fifth attempt at trying to run Gothic 2 and film it, so yeah, hopefully this time it works. It's working. So it's one of my top RPGs. I played it in 2004 the first time, so I want to play it again now after 14 years.
A single prisoner altered the fate of hundreds, but he paid a high price for it.
My resolution, but the game will actually scale to the whole screen. It works. It's just the videos are really small. Playing on a huge screen, so. Apparently it just doesn't like Steam. Try to run my disk version with the Steam client. It's not working.
He defeated the Sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the Sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
I'm not broadcasting now, so I'll just record. I cannot do this for long, so.
Finally, I've been trying to bring you here for days.
I felt like I spent 3 days lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. But enough of this. You're bound to get all your strength back.
At least we have enough time now. I did it. The Sleeper
Has been banned. You vanquished him, so much is true. But it's not within our power to stop the war that ensues now.
You're talking about the orcs?
I am talking about much more terrible creatures. With his final furious scream, the Sleeper has set into movement the armies of darkness. It was an order to all evil creatures, a word of power that they were all bound to obey. His last order was, "Come," and they came, all of them, even the dragons.
Dragons?
They are creatures of an ancient power. I can sense their presence, even here. And they have gathered an entire army of lowly servant creatures around them.
Where's this army now?
The army is camped not far from here, in the Valley of Mines near Corinus, and they're getting ready to attack. We do not have much time left.
I know. It's such a huge game, such a huge RPG, just going there, talking to everyone, going to the farm, meeting the bandits on the way, getting into the city, integrating into the city. There's so many things to do in it.
I need weapons.
I can only give you whatever little I have here. Look around in my tower. Anything that looks useful to you, you can have.
Well, then let's hurry to get out of here.
If we flee now, then it's only to face the dragons later. With the help of the soldiers and the magicians who live around here, we can stop them before their army is completely formed. We're not going to get a better chance.
What can we do?
This time we cannot handle it by ourselves. Only the power of Innos will help us against these dragons. A group of paladins is stationed in the city of Corinus, not far from here. They possess a powerful artifact which could help us to defeat the dragons. They call it the Eye of Innos. You need to get hold of this artifact. Tell the paladins about the threat. You must convince their leader to support us.
What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
It's an amulet. Legend has it that Innos himself was poured part of his power into this amulet. It will restore some of your lost strength and help us defeat the dragons. It also has some other hidden powers. I shall tell you more about that once the amulet is yours.
Why would the Paladins give me the Eye of Innos?
Because you are the one who is destined to wear it.
How can you claim to know that?
There are a number of reasons, the most important being you have defeated the Sleeper. If you weren't a favorite of the gods, you'd be dead by now.
Let's assume you're right and I'm destined to bear the Eye of Innos. How would the Paladins know that's true?
The eye itself chooses the one who may wear it. Once you get hold of it and put it on, the Paladins cannot doubt your words any longer.
How can I get to the city?
Just follow the path from here through the mountains. The city is large. You cannot miss it, but watch out. The path to town is not without dangers, and you aren't nearly as strong as you once were.
I'll be on my way as fast as I can.
Good. And one more thing. Don't tell anyone that you've talked to me. Above all, don't tell any magician. Since I have gone into exile, the Circle of Fire has taken me for dead, and that's a good thing.
So happy I got this to run. I'm so happy, so I've said this before a few times. I don't know if it's gonna be here in the video because I tried to record a few times before. I don't know if it got through. So I played this game first in 2004. I got it as a gift for Christmas and I loved it. I played it a few times since, but I haven't played it in lots of years. So
What with?
play it again. That's for musicians. And I didn't start it yet. I just tried to start it and record, and I had problems with recording, so this is a fresh start. I cannot broadcast directly to YouTube. Somehow it doesn't support the Steam interface or the GeForce interface, but I can record with the GeForce interface, so I'm gonna record for a bit here in the intro, depending how much he lets me do it based on my hard drive space. But in any case, this is Gothic 2, this is the legend, and this is not the Night of the Raven, it's the classic one. I like it more than the gold edition, and I'm playing from a disc. Alright, so I love that. It's so mysterious and so much story, and then everything you pick up lets you grow. I love so many things about the Gothic series. So this is a recipe of healing potions. Okay. So I got a bit of experience. This is a lovely Gothic screen.
Hey! Where exactly are we?
As I already said, near the city of Corinus. I have rebuilt my tower here.
But it's only been a few days since we last saw each other in the Valley of Mines.
The servants I summoned to build my tower have done a thorough job.
You can say that again. Where can I find better equipment?
The closest place where you can get better weapons and armor is the city of Corinus. But down in the valley you can find some healing herbs that will help you if you get injured in a fight. See the lake right in front of my tower. A secret passage leads to the valley from there.
Why is the Circle of Fire not supposed to know about you?
I used to be a high member of the Circle. Even then I suspected that demon magic might be the key to the magic barrier. But I could never have convinced the other members of the Circle to follow this path. So I left the Circle in order to study the black arts. That is a crime for which the fire magicians, the ordained of Innos, the ever good and virtuous, will accept no excuse. They are certain that I'm still alive, but they have no idea where to find me, and that's a good thing too.
So what should we do next?
We shall proceed as planned. There's no other way. You can go get yourself the Eye of Innos, and I shall keep looking for answers.
I like it so much. There's such deep games that modern titles could learn from. Can learn about character development. I don't want to meet people that will just say a one-liner to me and that's it. No, you actually talk to them, have many things to talk to them about, and I like that you don't have decisions everywhere. You do have some decisions, but not everywhere and not in every dialogue, so you can just ask for information, lore, and find out more about the world.
What with?
Okay. You know there is a secret chamber here. Somewhere. There is a button which will open the secret area here. Don't have anything, just have one potion. The display will act up, but that's it. It's a small price to pay to play the legend, which is Gothic 2. When I received this years back when I was it. 2004, it was the most beautiful gift I got. I received it from my sister and I was in jealous with her. It was fantastic. It still is a great game to beat. Well, my all-time favorite now is The Witcher 3. But then I don't know, it's like maybe the Witcher series and then the Gothic series. They're so awesome. There are things which the Gothic series do better with progressing with every item you pick up, every bit of gold you get, and same with experience, it's so limited how much experience you can get. Experience for lockpicking here, so you can just get the damn key and use it instead of learn lockpicking skill. Okay, so in the Night of the Raven there will be a Shrine of Belial here. I don't like the Night of the Raven expansion that much, so I'm just playing the vanilla version.
I don't have a lockpick or the key.
Key is just here on the table. It's conveniently placed. I love how everything is perfectly placed. Okay, so a bit of glove. Some light, a lockpick, and a dagger. Let's equip their weapon and feel awesome. We're gonna be fighting soon anyway. Let's see if I can still remember the combat. I love how much lore you get in this world, so I just begun and then all this lore here in an interesting way. I've been watching some video playthroughs of Gothic 2 lately and I said I want to play it again. They want the Steam version or the GOG version with Night of the Raven installed. I'd go to do without the expansion. Although I played the expansion, bad experience with this. I like so much that, okay, so I played big open world games where they have just empty lands, just full of farms, no name farmers, it doesn't matter. But here, you actually have a farm with a few people, you can meet everyone, you can talk to everyone, same with the city. So much experience. Okay, now the recipes, I remember them. Here's on. it's gonna be a long time until we get this. Last fight is permanent, even though the potion speed is between these permanent sections, it doesn't require the King Sorel. Yes, just the potion. Like some idea of lore about every animal. I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna be an apprentice hunter like I was the first time, or be the apprentice smith where you can eventually get unlimited money, but probably be an apprentice hunter, you get money anyway, and just so you get motivated to go around hunting. I don't know whether to go ranged or melee, because I like the range in subsequent games, but I like the melee in Gothic. And whether to play as militia, which is my favorite path. I don't like the mercenary so much, although I played it, but I never finished the mage path, so that's something new to me. I feel so excited that I'm going to be playing this game all over. Very, very excited because I know it's such a big game, such a deep game with so much story and dialogue and such a big and engrossing experience. It's not shallow at all, it's just really
Hey!
hardcore people. I like this genre a lot. And this is the first time I'm playing Gothic when I actually open this. I didn't know how to open it. I had played this game a few times, but I didn't open that section, so I just thought, well, I might read on the internet how to open it, and that was a few months ago when I was trying the Russian Gothic 2 Returning mod, which is a great mod, but fortunately for me I can't understand, so I can't play it, of course. Voice acting is important for me. Not that it's the best quality, well, it's top notch in this game, I think, but just to have some voice acting I can understand. I wanna read the whole game. It's nice to read the book in the game, but read absolutely everything there is. I want it to be vivid, so fortunately, until they translate it, I'm not able to return it. And of course, I didn't like Night on the Ranges. Thought it was way too off balance, and they prided themselves with making it even harder. So, I'm not sure I'll play that. But this, the Gothic 2 classic experience is the best one. So I'm just gonna play Gothic 2. The classic that changed everything for me. I mean, I played Gothic 1 and that changed a lot. I got this for Christmas and as a gift from my sister, and it was the best gift. I'll always be grateful. It's still lagging in the change areas, even though I'm playing on GTX 1080. It doesn't matter, it's just Gothic there. Well, I'm glad I can play on higher resolution now. I'm actually playing on a pretty big screen. It's actually nice to see it like this, because the first time I played it, my monitor was 4 times as small as this, so I just have to really concentrate to see anything. Yeah, it's much better. I don't have any mods for it, so I'm playing on of the Raven. Night of the Raven, you'd have to listen to a lot more dialogue at the beginning, some dialogue, and then in the returning mode, it's just that's crazy, it just keeps on going.
Nothing to be had there.
That's a bit of a problem, though. Kinds of games. I thought Alex was pretty good, but it was like too many dialogue decisions which made it annoying. If they made the modern game the system of Gothic. I'm not sure with the bow. Some people reacted to this one. Don't go the way of the smith. We'll have to. Always limited money, so. If hunting is an option, although it's a need for nice hunting with bows and arrows. Less this here in the valley. Keep saving here, there's no auto save, so I'll just die from whatever. Okay, now here that's some animals on attack. While I'm in the valley, there will be some wolf will chase the rat. I don't know if I should bother with them because a few points of experience, eventually you'll be killing hundreds of orcs and getting far more experience. Next I've been a magician. I just love the open world is my favorite game from Piranha Bytes. There is a one. Just because it's more modern take on the series where it's basically the same. And the Gothic too is bigger.
Is that you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so. There's another of those scummy beasts.
Leave my experience alone, Lester.
One less monster around.
No, Lester. Leave leave my...
There's another of those scummy beasts.
Why didn't you leave my experience?
One less monster around.
Yeah, I know you're tough. Still. I wanna fight too. Okay, try to reload this. Yes, well. This game. Playing this game. I got really greedy with experience. Yes, everything is important. Let's see if I can kill those wolves before Lester gets any ideas. So the wolf is gonna attack me.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
Leave my rat alone. Both of you. You idiots. That's my rat. Leave it alone, you idiot.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
No. You are scum. Leave my experience alone.
One less monster around.
Okay, that's perfect.
Is that you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so.
Wait a minute. What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master, they were all just empty husks.
And you? What about you?
It was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of fugitives and burn them all up in a giant cloud of fire. At that moment, I really thought a dragon had come to kill me.
Did you see anything else?
No, I took to my heels and ran.
How long have you been hiding out in this valley?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and there were only a few trees there. And when I looked the next morning, that tower was there. I could have sworn it wasn't there before. Since then, I haven't left the valley.
You mean Zardas's tower? I knew he was powerful, but creating a tower just like that...
Zardas the Necromancer? He lives in that tower? I don't know if I like that.
Don't worry, he's the one who rescued me from the Sleeper's temple. He's on our side. You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
Yep.
I shouldn't say in the thick of it, not yet.
Well, no.
Well, good.
In 30
If
hours.
it's so important, then I'll go see him. But not now. For the moment, I'm going to rest. I'm still exhausted after the escape from the penal colony. I think you've got big plans. I'll see you later at Zardas's.
Moses now. Gonna be working for all sorts of people in the next 30 hours. So, yeah, definitely Moses now. Oh, I got that experience. Gold can be made pretty much infinite in this game. With one of the apprentices, so knowing this. so even with the other things you won't need so much gold. I mean, if you don't drink up all your potions, you're just gonna be needing gold for better armor and paying people on quests to help you. And a weapon once in a while, and then late in the game just to buy the rare plants. Okay, let's see when that happened. So now Lester will be here a while longer and he'll help me get into the city. So, where is that at? Did the goblin leave that at? Oh no. I'm not strong enough to fight them. But no. No, no, I don't know what happened to that angle. Yeah. Doesn't mean that there will be at some point in the game, although I definitely love experiencing, love leveling in this game, and especially getting those first few levels are very rewarding and important. But in the long game, if you manage to play it, finish it, at the end of it you'll be fighting dozens of orcs, and if you want, you can fight hundreds of orcs in the Valley of Mines. So you'll have everything you need leveled up, and some extras for fun.
Hey!
Okay, I can't remember anything about Lester. They will eventually meet, since you send Lester to him. Well, I don't know what happens if you don't find Lester, but I remember I found Lester and he's gonna come and live here in the 3rd chapter, I think. But otherwise, I don't know, unless he just get left out, that he just die in woods there. I don't know. Oh, Lester is a good buddy. It's a very interesting feeling to play this game because on the one hand I feel like I've seen you, but then I also, since I played it, I feel like I know nothing can you know all of the combat, because otherwise if you want to play this for the first time, the wolf will just wreck you. And I know the combat and how to keep them at bay. Well, basically, like I'm not one of those people who can just fight an orc from the beginning or whatever. But so here, in the beginning of Gothic 2, we got goblins here, but in Night of the Raven, there was a Cavalon, and then some orcs. I'll be fast here.
Nothing to be had there.
Bunch of guys attack you.
Nothing to plunder.
Everything changes. Like with one, you can just keep him at bay and intimidate him with strikes, or whatever, just push him back. But with two, one can just dodge you and get your attention, while the other is hacking at you from behind and just doing away damage. I'm so happy I'm just playing the vanilla version. I'm looking at that axe and I know I'll be able to equip it pretty soon. Not like vanilla version, not like the Night of the Raven version. Gothic taught me to be so greedy with learning points. And then Knight of the Raven came along, which needed so many learning points. Just didn't feel like investing in absolutely anything. So I just played the whole game with a big stick and lots of learning points and just scrolls. Okay, so you can avoid this bandit completely. Yeah, we can go and talk to him and get information. So I'm gonna go there. I love this. It's like it's new to me in the sense of I haven't played it in at least 5 years. So it's a lot of interesting things, but at the same time I know everything that's happening right now. So.
Hey, where do you come from?
I've come from the mountains.
Exactly, you come from the mountains, and that is bad for you. Very bad. They're looking for you, a whole bunch of evil guys. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to. Follow me.
Who's looking for me?
Half of Carinus is after you, and you're trying to tell me that you don't know anything about it? Ah, I see. You just don't want to talk to me about it, All right, it's your business. So, you coming or not?
Who should I talk to?
To my leader. His name is Brago. He can explain everything to you better than I can. So, what about it? Are we going?
How do I know this isn't a trap?
You know, I'm getting tired of you. If you don't want my help, then just go to the city and let them put you behind bars. You come with me now or forget about it, see?
Easy, my friend. Someone else already tried to trick me.
Oh?
This guy suggested that we should get an amulet together and share the profit. Once we reached our goal, he and his friends attacked me.
It sounds as though they got you involved with the wrong people. Where was that?
I was a convict in the mining colony.
You come from behind the barrier? Man, then we were there together.
I don't know you.
I was a digger in the old camp. I didn't have much to do with the whole thing. But what is more important now is you are in big trouble.
Okay, so I got his sympathy.
Someone has put a pretty price on your head, and he's handed out a few posters with your mug on them. If I were you, then I would be very, very careful. There are people with us who would kill their own mother for gold. But I think we boys from the penal colony ought to stick together.
Then I guess I better thank you now.
Oh, it's nothing. Just make sure you stay alive.
Who's the fella who pays the bounty?
That I don't know. There's only one of us who knows him.
And who would that be?
Hey man, I can't really tell you that. You know how it goes.
$10 gold pieces for the name of the guy who raised the bounty.
Oh man, I really can't do that.
Spit it out already.
Oh man, all right. His name is Dexter. Near the big farm, there's a steep rock. There's a watchtower up there, and a few mines. He has his hideout somewhere nearby.
See? That wasn't so hard. Here's your gold.
And just don't tell him who told you.
Can I have the picture?
Sure. After all, it's your mug on there.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
You mean about the area here? If you want to stay alive, stay on the paths. The farther you go into the wilderness, the more dangerous it is.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
I've told you everything I can.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
I've told you everything I can.
Okay, that went really well. So I remember here.
I wouldn't go into the cave up here if I were you. My buddies in there will tan your hide, and they know something about fighting.
Okay, so I remember that here you have two options, like Well, actually 3. One of them of it was one of the options to just go with the guy and they would ambush you, and then the other was to talk to him by giving wrong answers, and he would just start fighting you here. But this is the best way because this is how you get information from him. So he lets you go, becomes your friend. Eventually you can come here and defeat the bandits, and he's gonna get out of the way for you. And I'll try and reload and see what happens if I tell him that it's not important. I think he just attacks, but I'm just gonna try it. See if there's anything else. I don't think I will do it like that. It's so fun here to just try and reload and see different options and reactions. So escape here. Yeah, that's right here. That's the best outcome here because you get a new quest. Not only do you get a new quest, but you also find out who the leader of the bandits is, which otherwise you wouldn't know.
Hey, where do you...
I've come.
If I told they might come from Zardus who just attacked me.
Ve-
Who's look?
Hey.
How do I eat? What? That's not important.
Suit yourself. So, are we going now or not?
Okay, so there's the answer. If you
Maybe
say
later.
I'm gonna fight
There
you.
won't be a later for you, pal.
Okay, so that's it. Well, interestingly enough, so if you beat him up, you can still take the picture. However, you don't get the quest and you will not know who's looking for you. So if you don't do it like that, then like I did the first try, I just fought him. So I just randomly found Dexter. I had no idea he was looking for me or what was going on, why was he attacking, whatever. And then I found out that, well, actually, there's a whole story. So I know there are sheep here, and there's going to be a wolf coming after me. I have to kill the wolf first. Before we can mess with the sheep. This is my farm here, or Lobart's farm. This one the story it's perfect farm. Gonna meet everyone, be friends with them, help them out. Okay, so it after I start talking to the guy. It's only a big wolf, just one young wolf, so one big orc makes up for 10 of these. But at the same time, kill 10 of these and it's like killing a big orc. So, well, doing a highly paid quest. So, let's see. There should be a secret here. I mean, it's all handcrafted, it's all manually placed. It's never there just to be there, it's never filler. And I remember there is a lizard valley somewhere around here. Found it once. Now if I can find it now it's pretty there. So it was in the beginning area. Secret place here, a secret valley. I found out about it years after I played the game. I have no idea in the beginning there is any secret valley here. But after when I started playing it again at some point I just discovered it. So this is it. That shows you how much you've been playing. So that's an hour just in the beginning, just playing around without actually meeting any other quest giver. And then there's so much story, there's so much talking, but meaningful talking, fun talking, not talking too much at once. Just bit by bit. Here you go. Keep on going. It's just I know the textures here don't look really good, but on this game came out, it's when you look up, there's not so much to look at. Maybe I still find it interesting, but it's a landmark of gaming, it's a landmark for RPGs, and just not be very understood. The people who made it then, they were genius. This is unique. Should be like this, in the sense of actually giving you something to do. Like, so this game is not tedious at all. You do lots of things in this. It never gets tedious. It's always asking you for your intelligence, so you can find out everything by yourself. You don't need hand holding. You just you're told what to do. Now you're told what to do, where to go, and you just do it. You don't need it all to be trivialized, and most of it, very important to actually have a progression, feel it like fight bigger monsters, really strong, look stronger. Different species. Like I played Assassin's Creed Origins recently. It's interesting to have them in the same discussion because they're 17 years apart. It could be his father, and but yeah, I like it. But in the game, it just although I'm happy that they didn't go with level scaling like Oblivion style, Skyrim style. They just still I thought just fighting the same soldiers over and over. Here you have different types of monsters, different species with different attack patterns. So actually, it makes sense. You like killing a troll, very satisfying.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict, and we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here?
I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
I know the hideout of the bandits.
Do you want to attack them? Count me out. It's much too dangerous. Besides, I have to watch over my sheep. But if you think you can get the riffraff off our backs, the whole farm would be very grateful to you.
Okay.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, you'll have to bribe the guards to get in. And you have to know what they want to hear.
And that would be?
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city. But that won't do you any good. You don't look like a farmer.
I see. I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you something. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work for you.
Where can I find Lobart?
Well, on the farm, of course. The farm belongs to him. And don't try messing with him. He's thrashed a lot of tramps and thrown them off his farm. There's another of those scummy beasts.
So it's triggered.
One less monster around. There's another of those scummy beasts.
Oh, he then does this. Okay, so the wolf really appears here when I start talking to him. So there's no other place for the wolf to go. There are wolves here with the different. Let's not talk to him here. Go back and find the wolf.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict, and we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here? There's another of those scummy beasts.
No, Wolfie. No. That's my Wolfie.
One less monster around.
Why can't you just leave me, Wolfie? I want that experience when I level up. Yeah. I love saving and loading in Gothic.
Hey, stranger. What do you... There's another of those scummy beasts. Well done! One dirty beast less.
I feel back to the post now. So this can actually be done little later. when I played the conversation with him because I just love the conversations in the game. They're straight to the point and they give you a lot of lore. And it's nice that you see everything to like
Hey! I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
buy it.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
It actually feels like a living world, and it is. I consider it a living world because it makes sense.
I know the hideout of the bandits.
Do you want to attack them? Count me out. It's much too dangerous. Besides, I have to watch over my sheep. But if you think you can get the riffraff off our backs, the whole farm would be very grateful to you.
And of course, some of them are cowards.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, you'll have to bribe the guards to get in. And you have to know what they want to hear.
And that would be...
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city. But that won't do you any good. You don't look like a farmer.
I see. I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you something. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work for you.
Where can I find Lobart?
Well, on the farm, of course. The farm belongs to him. And don't try messing with him. He's thrashed a lot of tramps and thrown them off his farm.
Okay, so Lobot will be here. I just love the first job. I just love the social quests.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on? The rebelling farmers or the king?
I don't understand.
What? Don't mess with me, boy. I want to know where you stand. So who are you for?
I'm for the king.
For the king? That's what the city guard said when they took half my sheep. But where are those bastards when we have to keep the bandits off our backs? Where will they be when the orcs invade us? I'll tell you, in the city, behind thick walls. So leave me alone with the king.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the paladins have come to Corinus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
What about you? Whose side are you on? Peasants or king?
I'm too close to the city to really have a choice. But I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know how to decide. The king is bleeding us dry, and Onar sets his mercenaries on anyone who won't join him. And that's why most of the other farmers are still undecided, but sooner or later they'll have to choose one side or the other.
Alright, so if you said the other thing, that you're with the peasants, you still wouldn't be happy, so he just one of those people who doesn't want to make a decision but complains about everything.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
I'm looking for work.
I can't use another farmhand, but I could offer some work to a day laborer. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field, and there are certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold, or give you a few decent things to wear. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing, but I can sell them to you cheap if you work for me. By the looks of you, I should say, take the clothes. Anyway, the small turnip field next to the barn needs to be harvested.
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit before I change my mind.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
First get the turnips in from the field. Then we'll see.
I need some sensible clothes.
I can give you clean farmer's work clothes. Can you pay for them then?
Okay.
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see.
I think
80 gold pieces.
it gives you the price.
Well, that's still too expensive.
Well, suit yourself.
Anyway, I'm gonna buy them because they're cheap and they have good protection initially, so this will be my armor for a long time to come. Just not picking turnips. This is lucky that you're not treated as being the hero, the gamer, the savior. The normal person part of the universe, and I don't know about you. I actually like the graphics. Yes. So even though it's not with all these effects, it's good graphics. You can tell these are plants, special plants. And, you can see them in the ground, and also see the characters. You can see the nameless heroes. Clothes really well. Also the faces are nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get my bowl of soup. His wife gives out free soup for everyone. So.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house. Tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces. Or sell you the clothes cheaper. Well, what's it to be?
Make me a better price for the togs.
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
Oh, that's good.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
It's interesting that if you become a priest, you'll soon come to him.
Hey, can you give me something to eat?
You can come back for more tomorrow.
I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up. Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way to town. Go to him and see whether he's got a decent frying pan for me.
Can you give me something to eat?
You've had your portion for today. Come back later.
Invasion of the black mages. Love it. Everything that happens in the game is fantastic. Okay. first and then get our gold. Usually we just say give me the gold and then I'll talk. Mr. Dirty Merchant here. Yes, he's an evil guy. Likes to lock up people for nothing. Well, you can turn the tables on him, get him in jail. Remember the last time when I played this? Somehow he was unavoidable. And when I just played Gothic, he would just sit in one place and I would just avoid him. But afterwards, I played this again with the returning mob or something. Somehow he just came to me and no one talked to me anymore.
Who do we have here? You're on your way to the city, am I not right?
Maybe.
You look like a fugitive. All fugitives are headed for the city. You could even be a former convict for the mining colony. I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
What do you have to offer?
The way you look, the guards will never let you into the city. I can help you get into the city. I have here a small piece of paper with the royal seal and the governor's signature. A pass. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as raggedly as you please, and the guards will leave you alone. Interested?
How will you get into town?
The guards know me. I will simply tell them that I have lost my pass.
What do you want for your pass?
I knew you were the right man. Listen, you will get the pass from me, now.
Just like that?
Just so. But if I meet you in the city, you owe me a favor. Do we have a deal?
There must be a catch to this.
No, no catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
Sure, give me that paper.
Here, be careful with that. It is very valuable. One more thing. Don't even think about breaking your word. As a merchant, I have a great deal of influence in the city. It wouldn't go well for you, believe me.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
Okay, so I could have refused them to avoid a bit of stress there, but gives me another quest. So can turn the tables on him and arrest him.
Hey, you! Give me the gold, and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't spend the money on booze, do you hear?
Here's your frying pan.
Fine, let's see then whether it's any good.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. You can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. 60 gold pieces.
Well, that's still too expensive.
Well, suit yourself.
pure gold. Gotta keep looking for secrets. Always crawling with them. Interesting stuff to find. Wonder if I'm strong enough to beat those bandits. Oh, there's gonna be another quest here, which will ask me to get some wine. But I don't wanna buy it, and the bandits here might have some, so I'm just gonna go and fight the bandits. Okay, so still got 4 hit points, and I got decent hit. Can get some running points.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
I've told you everything I can.
One of the farmers outside of town sent me.
What? The farmers know the hideout?
They have noticed the missing sheep. He wants to see you all dead.
Wait, you're not gonna do me in, are you? After I helped you? Go on in and bump off the others if you're that eager to see blood. I'm staying out of it.
I love this. So we help each other, and just gonna go here, retreat into the field. Let me check the helmet fire. I could be an idiot and attack him now, but I don't want that. I want to play him. I want to play as a good person. No. Excluding, of course, pickpocketing and lockpicking. But yeah, mostly good person. I'll just take unneeded stuff. It's not like you're stealing it. It doesn't break any of the law because a lot of them die later or something happens. So you just, find the bandits, yeah.
That's him, all right. Let's give him what for. So much for you.
Especially hanging in between them like that. So this is hard. This is one of the hardest fights you can have at the beginning of the game here.
That's him, all right. Let's give him what for.
Okay, so got a bath, got a little bath. So the guy downstairs ran away. So
I'll get you yet.
Nothing there.
I'm coming after him. No, this is so satisfying to actually do something. It feels so rewarding, like you're really achieving something in your life. So this is good, just to get all of them. The others running after you. Now I can duel this guy and I can win. That's a bigger one, and I get a better weapon, and that's
Nothing to plunder.
okay, so now I get better weapon. So this is good because
Nothing to be had there.
that's what I didn't show this one here. Play before. Okay. Interesting what happens to their body. Here's the body also here. When I beat it, it's just here in the moment and it's just teleport back there. Okay. Bandits are down, so that was hard here. So I'm a veteran player here. Because I played it numerous times before, but if you're playing this for the first time, it will be hard. Actually, some parts will be really hard.
Is there anything else that might interest me?
I've told you everything I can.
I think I'm just gonna go here and sleep. I'm Zabas and that's bread and wine. Nothing left. Not yet. Hey Zabas. Hey brother, you can send me these questions. I'm really busy since you sent me. So that's it. How can I describe it? Gothic 2 is very good because you always discover something. It's challenging and ambition is absolutely perfect. I mean, they got it so well in Gothic 1 and Gothic 2 and reason. Just
Hey,
unbeatable. I'm gonna sleep here with my user friend who actually, no spoilers, but he haven't played the game at all before. Yeah, he's just, I mean, he's your friend that helps you. Gothic 1 and Gothic 2 up to some points, but he's got his own interests, like he's never gonna be your enemy. He's not all that kind of jealous, he's got his own interests, like he's doing everything. It's not just to save the world, he's got, some really strong personal motivations. And so I'm trying to get to the hidden value. So in this place here. Okay, let's see. also kind of a hidden place. Just gonna head into this medicine. Which has Let's look at the guy. And then the ones are just killers. There's no way you can fight those business. I'll just get them. And I've played it a few times, feeling pretty secure about what I'm doing because I know that most things are placed, so I'm not gonna die. But if you're playing it for the first time, it's normal to get a feeling of helplessness, dangerous.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
Okay, so actually, I remember correctly, so I think he's actually gonna give you a bottle of wine. And that's it, I actually gives you 3 bottles of wine. Yeah, that's not wine. I remember there was something regarding the bandits. I was just finding an ornament on the chest. No?
And how goes the work?
Same as always. Lot to do, not enough money, and with a bit of bad luck, the orcs will come tomorrow and burn down our farm. The king's paladins have occupied the whole city, but I can hardly believe they'll move their butts out here when the orcs attack us.
I'm headed for town.
And?
Is there anything interesting you can tell me about the city?
Nope. But Maleth goes to the city from time to time. Maybe he knows something. I mean, something that would interest you.
Is there any interesting news?
I could have sworn I saw an orc over there on the edge of the woods 2 days ago. Since then, I've kept at least one eye open at night.
Is there any interesting news?
Besides what I already told you? No.
Can I help you? I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about working in the fields?
What is there to know?
In that case, I think we're fine here. Thank you. If you want to work for Lobart as a day laborer, I can only warn you, he pays people like you really miserable.
He offered to sell me some clean clothes cheap if I helped out on the farm.
Well, I don't have anything for you to do, but you can bring me and the boys something to drink. Fetch me a bottle of wine, and I'll tell Lobart you were a real help to us.
Everyone wants to pull you for a ride.
Here's your wine.
I'd better not ask where you got her from, huh? Who cares? Thanks anyway. Lobart will only hear the best about you.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Vino says you were a real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold with day laborers. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. The bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 40 gold pieces.
Well, that's still too expensive.
Well, suit yourself.
I'm getting my soup.
Hey, you! Can you give me something to eat?
Here, take this. You're a good lad.
Lad. He's like 50. I'm not sure how old he is. It doesn't say, but the way he acts, the way he's always being friends with all the people is not treated as being young. Or old. So I feel like he wasn't always experienced. He was pretty mature. He doesn't ever come off as a young person. He's always survival type. with the other guards, and they see them only make the missions on this side. And there's actually another hidden side which involves I don't want to say anything. What should I do? It's actually not cheating or anything. I don't ever do that. It's actually a secret way for which you are rewarded a lot. Well, there's a new path here. I just missed it. Little staircase here. They can take it. Oh no, there's still one. There's a little staircase here, so you can actually go up. I remember confusing things, so there might be no staircase, just run up and beat up them. After they give me the mission, I will go and after they give me the mission to get into the city, I will just go back to Lester and he'll give me a mission to collect plants. I'm doing strength to dexterity because games are all after Gothic, so are really good ranged. So now you got two ways to get inside here. One is the seal and then the other is the farm. The farm was closed, but since I like that they have many paths they can take, so there is also a secret path and you also get in the plants. can also bribe them.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. We got enough rabble in the city. We have no use for people without money.
I need to see the leader of the Paladins. I've got an important message for him.
Oh, and what important message might that be?
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
What? Never heard of it. What's that supposed to be?
It's an important artifact.
You don't look much like an important messenger. Do you have some kind of identification?
Yeah. So, I remember here you go in and you talk about dragons. And everyone thinks you're crazy. Everyone thinks you're an idiot. I know I have the arrow in my hand. Whatever.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. We got enough rabble in the city. We have no use for people without money.
I need to see the leader of the Paladins. I've got an important message for him.
Oh, and what important message might that be?
Why did they give you
The city will soon be under attack.
What? By whom? The orcs? Have you seen our army?
No, but I've been sent by someone who saw them.
Who sent you?
A magician.
You have news from the magicians? Then surely you must have a seal as proof.
No,
What? The magicians always give their messengers a seal.
not this magician.
I don't believe you. If you're really a messenger, then spit out your news or clear off.
I can only give this message to the Paladins.
It don't work like that, boy. Like hell will I let you see Lord Hagen if I can't be sure that you won't waste his valuable time.
The army of evil is led by dragons.
What? That can't be true. And I came that close to letting you in. If you served up that story to Lord Hagen, he'd have handed me my head. Scram!
scram?
I've come to join the militia.
That's a good one. Try that at the other gate. Maybe they'll buy that from you.
Now let's try to go to the other gate. And they just need to make fun of you, so you go to this gate and they tell you to go to the other gate. You just keep sending you back and forth. And you just leave it like a tramp, like they don't care about you. They're just trying to get rid of you. Why should they keep you? Okay, there was a way. So I'm here to get in my suit. Never done that before, but I want to do that this time. Plant plus one blocks. If you do get the plant plus one, so the focus you can do the plants to the alchemist.
honestly, I witnessed it myself.
So when I first played, I got into the city, talked to a lot of people, and then got here.
Hey, not so fast. Strolling about alone out here is dangerous. Where do you come from?
From one of the farms.
A farmer, eh? Then you shouldn't be walking along these dangerous paths all by yourself. Who knows who might be lying in wait for you?
What's so dangerous out here?
Many things. For one thing, there's the bandits. They'd polish off a little wimp like you for breakfast. If the bandits don't catch you, then the wild animals in the forest or the mercenaries roaming around will take care of you. So, first get yourself some decent armor before you go out. I bet you'll be yelling for my help after the next bend in the road.
Okay, so now I managed to get here. They tell you sell off this to the other gate, and then they tell you no, they met only on the other side.
Halt!
Yes?
You look like a poor beggar. In this town, we have no use for people without money.
But I've got a pass.
That one's only good for the other gate.
But I'm planning to join the city guard.
Ha! Don't make me laugh. Go to the other gate and try and sell that story to them.
I've already been there. They sent me to you.
Oh man, they're always sending us the cream of the crop.
Bad times. That's not what I heard.
Everyone's having fun here.
They were bad. She's better shut up. If I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
Listen to the cream of the crop. Okay, I'll do that to nest then. Take the plant plus one nest. And afterwards, try to swim into the city. Cream of the crop. Fancy. They were saying they sent them all the idiots. Something like that. Surprisingly tough.
What's up?
Now listen, we can't let you into the city. But I'll give you a tip. It's completely free of charge. Stay well away from the forest in front of us. It's haunted by ferocious monsters.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy.
Come here,
We got
damn
enough
beast.
rabble in the city.
No.
We have...
Hey, I've still got it.
That's my rat. Oh, it's actually good. Rust is the bandits club. Is it already dead when I come here? Because it wasn't dead the last time.
Hey, I've still got it.
Okay, so I got it. So I'm gonna run the other way around. And hopefully by this evening with all the beer
And what's up?
Now listen, we can't let you into the city. But I'll give you a tip. It's completely free of charge. Stay well away from the forest in front of us. It's haunted by ferocious monsters.
Let's see if I can get back to Leicester. Get the plant quest. So Leicester is plant quest. It's bigger. After it can so they don't let you in. I need to go talk to Leicester. Give me the plant quest, and afterwards, that's another alternative. So you got 4 alternatives to get inside. One more Night of the Raven.
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Vino says you were real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold with day laborers. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. Bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 40 gold pieces.
Give me the work clothes then.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else without asking.
Actually, if you went in here and start back here.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. You can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
So even if there was another person I could find here. Probably only get like another 10 off, so it's not a big of a deal, but it's more about it's not even the gold for you because you make gold eventually get more lots and lots of gold. What are the reactions and the dialogues? Spend hours in this game. So interesting. Nice. I find it very interesting. A lot of people find it boring. So this time I want to do an entry that I've never done before. I want to get in and get into the secret location. And get a lot of experience with it.
Hey!
That's you. It's just all this. And it just comes in to save the world. The other mortals can worry about mundane tasks. Kill it before. Take the bells. I'm rich. Get wrong. Go to the broken. I'm not joking. Next level broken.
What do you know about the area?
If you keep going down that way, you'll come to a farm. The city starts a little way beyond that, but be careful. There's not just wolves and rats hanging around here. There's goblins and bandits, too.
I'm careful about this. That's only available in the Night of the Raven expansion, the Plant Fest. Yeah. Yeah. Neki da dacă e da. Eu aici. Eu mă joc Gothic 2 din 2001. Mi l-a adus. Am cuța în 2004 de Crăciun. L-am mai jucat de atunci de câteva ori. E un joc genial, e un clasic în acest gen. Și a fost efectiv un joc extraordinar în sensul că totul e făcut unic, aproape ca o lume vie, că toate personajele sunt absolut unice și tot ce face frumos și multe posibilități să rezolvi orice. Foarte frumos, nu l-am mai jucat de câțiva ani. Da. A făcut în 2001. Am înțeles. Oricum o să mă culc în curând. The wall looks smaller than it's not even. Dylan. Okay, so here it's safe to enter the city. Yes. By using the former clothes of the past as a line of the deadline for run an errand. And of course you can also jail him, but I'm not sure what happens if you jail him. If he has any connections to the keys there. It's just a nice castle in the Valley of Mines. No, seriously? There's so much to do. And it's a huge world. Not only that, it's really big.
Halt! What you want this time?
The farmer sent me.
So, have you at least got a good reason? No funny business. One more.
It's not just that it's big, but actually it's quality world. Only stick. Quality over quantity. I want to play an extremely big boring world. Things prefer like this, jam-packed. But actually, get here. That's what it's about to do. It's one of those games that just keeps me playing because there's always a plan to get always something to do and since it's all out there. There's options yet they're all limited with finite things that they just all respawn. Respawn, so
Another one of those things.
oh, the rat just following me.
Put down that weapon.
All right. So much for you, filthy beast. Another one of those things.
On this side, and there was, I saw on YouTube there was a way you could just go into the city through the water. It's not like it was.